Hello and welcome back to What's That Whiskey with me, Ruku. Today's whiskey you've probably all heard of. In fact, I know you've heard of it, but it's a series that I don't think many people will have heard of. What am I talking about? It's Jameson's Stout Edition. It's whiskey encased in stout barrels. I believe craft beer barrels even, as it says here. This is Irish, for those that don't know. Irish whiskey. Comes in at 40%, 700ml. As you can see, I've drunk quite a bit of this already. So this is basically their whiskey that they have aged in beer barrels. Which is weird, because normally beer barrels, with beer it's the opposite way, isn't it? You tend to have like a whiskey barrel or whatever, and you put the beer in that, but this is the other way around. So this is then their Castmate series, and I shall quote here. It says, "The result of a collaboration with our neighbours at 8D Brewing. They borrow our casks and age their fine Irish stout, and we then finish our signature whiskey in these stout seasoned oak barrels. The result, a classic smoothness of Jameson with notes of coffee, chocolate and butterscotch." And yeah, I think that's a nice idea. I don't know anyone else that's done this. So I only bought this because of the stout edition, the fact that it was in craft beer barrels. You know, I'm a massive beer head. For those of you that are regular, you'll know that I will drink beer from wherever I can get it from. And this just took my eye. I just thought, you know what, fuck it, let's try it. I've never seen anyone else do that. Let's do this. And at £27 a bottle, cheap as chips. Cheap as chips, to quote David Dickinson. Look at that. Beautiful. That's fucking half the bottle gone already. Yeah, don't know if I mentioned, but I'm going to mention it if I haven't already. 40%, 700ml. Forgot to mention that, I think. Look at that. Beautiful colour. Gold, copper. A little bit of lacing, I suppose, here and there. But it's a real sort of rich, deep colour. Reminds me of the JD Honey that I reviewed not so long ago. Lacing dribs and drabs, I guess, but it's the colour that does it for me. It's very attractive. Very sort of clean, pure looking. Wouldn't expect nothing else from a whiskey, to be fair. Right, let's crack on with the aroma. Definitely a butterscotch. Very, very strong. That almost, that sounds weird, but it almost smells like cough candy. You know, like you'd get like a cough candy, or what do they call them? Like a throat sweet. You know, like soothers, Jamesons, that kind of thing. That's kind of what it smells a bit like. Real strong butterscotch with a hint of toffee. Maybe like a bit of wood. I mean, I'm not sure if that's fully what I'm getting, but it is kind of, it's because it's hard, because it's butterscotch forward, this. So let's crack on. Let's just crack on. I want to see if I can get some stout from this. After all, it was supposedly aged in stout barrels. Well, you get the initial whiskey burn at the start, then toffee, midway through to the end as well, pure butterscotch, absolute pure butterscotch. Pure butterscotch, hints of toffee. Okay, so let's break this down. Mouthfeel, good old Jamesons and their Irish charm have given you the smoothness that they always bring. Very smooth. very, very pleasing on the palate. I mean, my mouth feels excited and it feels pleasured. Smooth. You know, on the tongue I've got a little bit of toffee, but mostly butterscotch on the tongue. Through that you then have the butterscotch, so it ends in that butterscotch. You get the whiskey burn at the start and towards the end. There's nothing really in the middle, you don't get a burn in the middle, it's just start and end. You get the warmth from it. Aftertaste is very strong butterscotch with hints of toffee, but I'm not getting any of that stout. I'm not getting, from a good stout at least, I'm not getting that coffee, I'm not getting the chocolate, and I'm not getting that sort of roasted feel that you get from a stout. That's good. I mean, very, very good whiskey indeed. Very good whiskey indeed. Smooth. Flavour is in plentiful. You get the butterscotch. Slight bit of toffee. The burn. The mouth feels coated, it feels loved. It really is a gentle, smooth whiskey with packs full of flavour. I like it. And again, £27 a bottle, you can't go wrong with this, you really can't. £27 a bottle. You know, only criticism I'd give this whiskey is the fact that I can't taste the barrels. I can't taste the craft beer, was it they said? I can't, from 8D Brewing, 8D, D for dog, D for Duvel. I'm not getting their barrel, I'm not getting that stout, that richness, that coffee, that chocolate. You know, a real hearty stout should have that. And I'm not getting that from this. Yes, occasionally what does come through is like a slight wood, somewhere in between the butterscotch and the sort of toffee, but other than that, it's purely dominated by butterscotch. So that's my only criticism about this, is that I'm not getting that stout, which I would have loved to have got personally. I think it would have made it more interesting. But I'm not going to complain. £27 a bottle. Wow. It's a great, great whiskey for that price. So I shall be buying more of this, and I hope that Jameson's release more of this in the series. If I burp, sign of a good whiskey. Yeah, I want to see more in the series. I want to see him perhaps jazz it up a little bit more. Fantastic Irish whiskey. Love it. Go and grab yourself a bottle before it runs out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for some more whiskies, because I've got a few more that I'm going to buy soon.